Hi everyone, my name is Perla Rodriguez. I am majoring in biology, and the reason why I'm taking this class is to fulfill my graduating requirements, but I also plan to take a lot from this class. And to answer the question, one artwork from this period that I found particularly fascinating and surprising is the Lascaux cave paintings, especially the hollow bulls. What I found striking was how early humans used twisted perspective to represent the animals. In this technique, the animals are shown in profile, but their horns are drawn from a frontal view. This approach allowed the artist to present the bulls in a way that captures their full presence and dynamic nature, blending a naturalistic depiction with a touch of abstraction. I really appreciated how this method was used to represent the creatures in a more stylized yet still recognizable form. It's a great example of how early humans' ability to manipulate perspective in ways that might seem familiar to us, even though artistic practices were so removed from ours in time. Another aspect I found intriguing was how the artist used solid and blended colors, often applied by blowing pigment onto the walls, to create a sense of depth and movement in the figures. The use of line work also stood out, with bold contours giving definition to the animals. The way the outlines contrast with the softer areas of colors created a dynamic sense of vitality. These animals are not static, they seem to be in motion, almost alive. The colors themselves, made from ochre and charcoal, were earthy tones which connected the artwork to the natural world, making the cave feel like an extension of the environment around it. I also found it interesting that these paintings were likely part of ritualistic practices, with some scholars suggesting that they were created as part of hunting magic. The theory goes that early humans might have believed depicting these animals on the cave walls could somehow influence the success of their hunts. This is where the abstract marks, like dots and lines, come into play. While we don't know exactly what they represent, they seem to hold symbolic or spiritual significance. These marks, along with the realistic depictions of animals, point to a belief system that intertwined the physical and spiritual worlds. What I also found fascinating was how the location of these paintings suggests a deliberate intention in their creation. Many of the paintings are in high, narrow spaces in the cave, indicating that the artist didn't just paint wherever they just happened to be, but chose locations with purpose. Archaeologists have even found evidence of scaffolding and stone tools, which suggests the process of creating these paintings was far from spontaneous. It was like a it was like most likely a well planned collaborative effort, possibly involving assistants who mixed pigments or held stone lamps to light the artist's work. This level of preparation and coordination is impressive, especially when you consider the lack of advanced technology at the time. Looking at Lascaux cave paintings as a whole, I'm struck by the sophistication of the work. These weren't just simple depictions of animals, they were part of a complex system of communication and belief. Through visual language, early humans were able to convey not only their observations of the world around them, but also their hopes, beliefs, and spiritual practices. What's amazing is that these paintings allowed early humans to communicate their worldview in a way that was universally understandable even without written language. They created images that transcended time and place, making them a powerful form of expression that continues to resonate with us today. The Lascaux cave paintings are a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of humans that didn't have the luxury of written language. But through visual imagery, they were able to convey complex ideas and emotions. This connection between our own use of visual language, whether in social media posts or photographs, and the ancient cave paintings really emphasizes how fundamental visual storytelling is to human nature. We still communicate with the same way today as ancient ancestors did, sharing our stories, and even though images that speak directly to the viewer bypassing world entirely, it's a beautiful, timeless way to express ourselves.